Greetings, collective. Welcome back. So, family discussions, they can be difficult, but at the same time, they're very healing, very welcomed at this time, and very necessary. So, if you find that you've been having some challenges in life, just rest assured and know that when you are honest with yourself and when you are honest with your loved ones, and when you are able to open up your heart and share your vulnerability, your weakness, your fears, your challenges, you will be supported when you are in the right situations and the right connections. If you find that when you open up and you share your vulnerability and there's no emotional support or there's no reciprocation or any type of energy to help meet you where you're at, then that's a clear indicator to you that you are misaligned, that you're not in the right space, you're not in the right connection, and you're not in the best situation or circumstance, or even work environment for some. So I do want to acknowledge the Divine One, Yahweh, El Shaddai, Melech Haolam, King of the universe, the one who is always present in my life, omnipresence, omniscient, all-knowing, all-present in every aspect of my life. I acknowledge you at this time and I thank you. I thank you. Okay, collective. So cleaning up house. We could be cleaning up house in a sense of addressing tough topics and situations that may have been avoided in the past, partly because there was a lack of awareness or partly due to the unwillingness to face or confront those fears, and also partly due to not wanting to re-traumatize or not wanting to address those difficult aspects of oneself, again, the shadow or the ego, because that's to say that you are accepting responsibility for your actions, for your reckless behavior, if it has been that way, or for your inconsideration or your thoughtlessness or selfishness, and also for self-sacrificing, like where you give up on your goals and your path to ensure that someone else's dream is fulfilled. Okay. If you're new here, shalom. My name is Miriam. I'm an intuitive reader. I do pull oracle cards, tarot cards, and I do refer to scripture as well. So if you find that you like what you hear, have a seat, subscribe, and partake. If this is not your cup of tea, thanks for stopping by. I send you love. I always welcome in positive vibes and positive interaction on my platform. If that's not what you're about, this is definitely not the space for you. My channel is geared towards healing through love, leading through love, and everything that we do, think, and say, even the truth, however painful it may be when you spit that truth, as long as the integrity of that is coming from a space or a place of love, right? And I'll show you this card real quick. As I was wrapping up another video, this was what came out. As long as the intention is driven by this, all is well. Sometimes you do have to let the chips fall where they may. Someone may throw craps, or someone may be a gambler, or someone is being called to take a risk. Maybe you need to bet on yourself. You could be someone that usually you bet on other people. You see the strength and you see the courage of others, and so you align yourself with those features, or those individuals who exhibit those features, perhaps because you are lacking that within self, or you're not recognizing it, or you have not cultivated it. Put it where it fits. Only take what resonates and leave the rest, as always, okay? Love is the universal answer, okay? If you can see it as such, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And so, even in the dark aspects, the dark attributes, the shadow side, there's something relevant, something of value in that. And it's for you to decide or discover more so. Someone may be making a decision, okay? But it's for you to discover more so, what is it about this aspect or this part of me? What about this part of me is of value? And so if you are going through a healing process, shedding the old skin, the transformative energy, and you're trying to separate yourself from parts of you that once was, remember, you're a whole being, and while it's beneficial to distance yourself or to stop certain practices that were harmful, remember to show grace and mercy to the past and send it love, and take those lessons that have been meaningful for you on that journey. So someone could be closing out a chapter, closing out a cycle, and getting ready to start anew. Someone could be new on their spiritual journey. Elders of the higher realm, Council of Light, I ask your seal of approval to be on this message at this time. Holy Spirit, thank you for guidance. Thank you for insight. Thank you for wisdom and truth. Call for my angels to surround me with loving protection, as well as the collective. Ensure that only what is needed comes forth. Everything else that is secondary, that is a distraction, that is disruptive, block, cancel out, negate, ashe. Thank you. All right. Elders, ancestors, thank you. Father of Earth. This is a strong energy. This is a stable and a very secure energy. This is someone who has done a great deal of work for themselves, and they have reached a level of success. Okay. This is years of learning how to love yourself, learning how to cultivate that love within yourself. This is someone who's done this for a while, perhaps, or is learning this at this point. This could have been someone that was very focused on money or the material wealth of things, and understanding, wow, the power of love is so much more vast, and it has so much more value than perhaps some of the resources that we attribute a lot of wealth and success to, as far as possessions, okay, or degrees or accolades, okay? So this is generosity. Now notice love and generosity. So this is being generous with your love. So someone could, if this is talking about healing aspects of the past, you could have been very generous with your love. You could have misplaced your love, meaning you gave your love to circumstances, people, and places, and things in an unhealed matter. So there was a sense of imbalance. It's possible that you were in a connection or in a situation that wasn't reciprocal. So you being the one that sustains this relationship, and then finding out that is not what it's all cracked up to be. And pulling back your energy. When you pull back your energy from a situation that you've already invested your time, years, and money into, your tears, even your sweat, your blood, all right? The blood just signifies if you've had children in a bond, in a connection, in a relationship. The blood also could mean just your life force, you actually doing things that are from a deep level of or sense of labor or obligation and responsibility. So when you find that you have been mismatched or misplaced, misaligned, and you pull yourself back and you start to recoup the losses, you start to assess the damage, and you're seeing, whoa, how depleted a situation may have made you become or feel, that's a great place to be. That realization is important because it now gives you the opportunity to rebalance, reestablish yourself in order to launch the new. right? The new, whatever the new is, that is coming from a more inner sense of balance and security. So this is someone who's finding out that their security, that the security they had in other people or in situations, that was misplaced, right? The trust in that security was misplaced. It was an error in someone's thinking or in your belief system, the things that you held valuable or considered important. You are understanding you are the pillar. You are the key figure. You are the one that maintains a sense of security in these dynamics. So that's interesting that you're having this self discovery. That's a beautiful place to be. Father of Earth, I think that represents the Emperor. Wait, is that the. Hold on. Misspoke. This is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, right? Why am I thinking the Emperor? Let me check, because this is a new deck. It's not the Emperor, because this is 41. This is Shaman on the bottom of the deck. Give me 1 second, because this is a newer. The point is, it's a masculine energy, and it's a very stable energy. So this could be a stable bond with a masculine figure, someone that is learning how to cultivate love within, and it's nothing fleeting. It's not going to be here today, gone tomorrow. This is someone that is willing to bear down, establish roots in a situation, in a connection. Yeah, this is the King of Pentacles, all right? Financial security. Someone who's a leader and a proud provider. So you accomplish something. You have regained success in an area of your life that directly impacts your finances, your material wealth, okay? Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I was reading that correctly as the Earth energy, King of Pentacles. Okay. What else do we need to know about this father energy, this provider, this generous situation, or this generous person? Could be a generous situation, a situation that's going to lead to a sense of security and stability for someone. Root of Earth, inspired action. Again, there's a lot of abundance that someone has or that you're coming into. Could be love, coming into a lot of love or affinity towards something in the material sense, or someone could love money, right? Take it how it resonates. But this did not come in the reverse, so I'm not reading it in a negative way. It looks positive to me right now. And what I find out, though, even though cars may be upright, there's still an energy behind it that can be negative. So again, the polarities, light and dark, is in everything, guys. It just has to be balanced out. So root of Earth, 38, that is 11. Again, so some type of partnership or alignment. You're coming into alignment with something, some actions that's going to be taken, or something that's you're going to hear or get something. This thing is in alignment with you, for you, or something you had aligned yourself with, okay? Could be growing. Look at the flowers coming out of this person's, like, their crown. Okay, it could be an idea, all right? That idea is going to gain momentum, right? To the point where it's going to be very stable, very balanced, very secure. It's going to be protected, okay? It's going to bring in, like, revenue or resources or abundance for a long, long time, okay? Inspired action. Someone may like camping. Someone may be from Nevada. Is it Nevada? Nevada? I'm getting Navajo, though. Navajo? All right. Blue could be speaking to someone at this time. All right. Thank you for the message for the collective. All right. So this is positive. This is moving in the right direction. So something is moving in the right direction. It is all coming together. It's coming into alignment with something that is going to be very fruitful, abundant, secure. There's a sense of confidence here with the direction that this thing is going in, whatever this is, guys. Father of air. Leadership. Someone that is taking charge of a situation. Could be an air sign, could be an earth sign. We have earth and air that's out here strong at this time. It's something that is going to be coming together. It's going to be working well. Someone has overcame some obstacles. Could be in their finances or could be in love or romance. If this was internal work, you're understanding that loving, like you're placing your love in the right ways, in the right situations. You're not having a false sense of security outside of yourself for whoever's been doing that work. But there's been some obstacles that presented in your life that you have since breached or came out of. The doors open, the way has been opened up. Something has opened up for someone. Something was first shut, it was closed. And there was some rigidity. There were some blockages. There were roadblocks. Someone may have been stopped recently by an officer and questioned. Maybe you received a ticket. So something was sent your way or something was standing in your way, like you're going somewhere and someone stopped you or something stopped you. You had to put a pause in something, okay? Or something was paused. A situation was on pause. Something was held up, okay? That's the energy that I'm getting at this time. Something was held up for someone. We'll look at what that was and why that was. Okay. Divine Source, thank you so much for the message for the collective. Let us know at this time, Abaya, what was held up for the collective. What was held up for the collective? One more, what was held up for the collective? 3 is the magic number. All right, so something that you were unaware of, okay? You were unaware of something. Yeah. This is again the movement forward, okay? The communication, the fast moving action where someone may not have wanted to give you something. You didn't get the justice that was due. You didn't get something that you were deserving of, something that you were waiting on. Like you worked for something. You worked hard for something. And it's like, when is it coming through? When am I going to get whatever that I deserve, right? What you were receiving instead of what you truly deserve was less than. So you didn't accept it, or you're learning not to accept something that does not meet your energy. If it's not given to you what you're given, because you're very generous, clearly, then it's for you to say no thank you. 4 of Cups, right? Justice, that's you bringing balance to that situation and calling a judgment. Like that's not for me. But it seems like someone was not wanting to give you what was for you, right? Something that you earned, you deserved. You worked for this, all right? Quick backdrop of the situation, the blockages. Backdrop, blockages. And we'll take one more for the backdrop, history, past, energy. Okay. Queen of Swords, 3 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. So someone was having a hard time balancing out maybe their heart chakra, balancing out something from the past that wounded them. Very painful situation. Something that maybe they were afraid of, something that was uncomfortable to deal with, okay? Something that they had to distance themselves from. That was hard, okay? Someone that you may have already separated from, that maybe you're not talking, not speaking to. That was hard. Why is this relevant? Why is this past relevant right now? Okay, it's relevant because it impacts your path and your decision moving forward towards your happiness, right? So it's important to understand that whatever was in the way of the past that was an obstacle or a blockage is being cleared out or has been cleared out, because you either spoke about something, you were honest about something, you created some distance towards something or someone. And because you did that energetically or however you brought balance to the situation, it's now you've made a choice. Someone has decided on like what makes you happy. Like, it's like you understand where your future lies, you understand and what dynamic you will thrive in now, whereas before maybe whatever you aligned with did not bring about, remember, the produce or the results that you wanted. The outcome wasn't to its fullest. If you compare the Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, clearly there's a disparity, right? One is more, one is still waiting, okay? This is like you have it, you're waiting. You have it, you're still waiting. So the wait is over with the Chariot and the Eight of Wands here. Whatever you were waiting on, maybe you're waiting on some type of communication. Maybe you're waiting on some type of, definitely you were in the energy of waiting. Waiting for someone to heal. I'm trying to clarify the Page of Pentacles at this time. And we get Temperance. Healing something, waiting for something to heal, or someone wants to heal something, okay? This offer is to heal something, okay? Nine of Pentacles. Look at all the coins that are coming out, the material. We started with the Father of Earth, right? King of Pentacles right in the center, taking charge. And then Seven of Pentacles is here. Something that you've been working on for some years, possibly, okay? For a time anyway, however long, I don't know. Then we have Two of Pentacles with this Ten of Pentacles. So you had to decide, and you have made a decision with the Two of Wands, okay? Inspired action. Nine of Pentacles. This is success and independence. This is independent wealth or independent success. This is being confident in what you have, knowing that you are enough. You know what you value. You know your worth. You are comfortable with what you are receiving, or because Seven of Pentacles to the Nine, you see the progression. So it looks like it took some time. Okay, so whatever was held back, here's the Seven of Coins. Notice we got the root of earth, which adds to Eight of Pentacles, right? You were waiting for a long time to see something mature. Okay, and it's finally maturing. It's finally that you were right in saying something, you were right in doing something, you were right in the direction that you took, either to separate from something or someone. You were right in setting boundaries. You were right in speaking your truth if you were questioning that. You were right in declining that offer because there was something much better. There's something much better of greater value that was being prepared for you. Temperance. It was being prepared. It was something about the timing and divine guidance. Okay. Again, for the situation to give to you, right? This is, again, the scale. This is where you're receiving something. This is a sense of generosity or sharing, equal give and take even. So you could have been waiting for something to give back to you what you put in because you gave a lot. King of Pentacles, very committed soul. You offered a lot of love in a situation, but what you got was a Four of Cups, and that was not acceptable for you, right? It didn't match your energy. Seven of Pentacles, you know? You wanted more. You deserve more. And you're getting the very thing that you deserve or that you want. Star energy. Another energy of balance and healing. Because you had to focus on yourself. You had to pour into yourself. Whatever you were giving out, right? In these situations, you had to bring the attention back inward. You had to give it to yourself. So it's like, you know, when you have a business and you get profits, right? Instead of taking that profits and like paying it out, like the dividends or distributing it to others, you took that profit and you invested it back within. So to grow your investment or something like that, right? So it's you investing in yourself so that you have more value, so that your worth or something about your appreciation, something appreciated. So hopefully that makes sense. It's also a sense of faith, believing, okay, believing in yourself. So remember, you may have given away your power where you didn't believe you can do certain things. Chariot is you have more focus now and you have balanced something. It's that yin yang energy where you've created a sense of homeostasis. There's clarity. There's a sense of hopefulness. And not just hopefulness that just is in the ether somewhere. This is where you're taking what you believe and you're putting it, you're applying something. This is the tangible aspect where you're doing something in the material sense, in the physical sense, okay? Whatever it is that you're doing. So you could be grounding your energy. You could be meditating. You could be by the water. We have two cards where there's water being poured out. One being poured into another vessel and one being poured into the ground, okay? So you're unwilling to waste something. You're appreciating the value of maybe who you are. That's healed. Because this card is very abundant. The energy that you come with is very abundant, right? And so whatever you invest in, it grows. Like these, well, if they're pine trees or fern trees, whatever is back here, they look like they're just starting to grow. But when they are full grown, it is like an elaborate, like, not elaborate. You know, trees, they start out small, but they can grow so tall and so wide as far as the branches going out. So these are really tall trees. So I'm thinking of something that's going to be prominent, something that's going to be seen, something, it may start out small, right? Page of Pentacles, root of earth, right? That is just the first investment, right? The beginning of something, the beginning stages of something that may go slow. It may have gone slow. Temperance, like you had to temper something. This is self-control also. This is being patient, right? Because it takes time to get from this to this. Father of earth, so the root to the father, like that takes years, if not, you know, generations. So we could be talking about generational wealth with the Ten of Pentacles out here as well. Notice the Empress peeking out and the Judgment card right behind. So you're getting some guidance. You're getting a lot of guidance on your creation or on your path. And it could be that you've been healing the feminine energy, which is an energy of creation and abundance. Tower. Why is the Tower here? There's a shift that's taking place suddenly, right? Okay, so here's the pause. Thank you. I'm like, what am I doing? Because we're talking about this over here. The self-control, the balance, and the patience. So after a period of pause, then suddenly things are going to be moving, and the way in which you're going to be moving is a bit faster than what you've been accustomed to, what you're used to. Right? This is the past energy, something that you were either given to, something that you invested in, that you enjoyed. That's you leaving that behind, shifting that. And that's not necessarily a person. It could be a way of being, a way of giving, right? How you were giving to a situation, okay? Or how others were giving to you in that situation. That's shifting. That's shifting. King of Cups. I can read this King of Cups of some as someone that is important. It could be someone that knows how to compromise, but they don't compromise their integrity, okay? This could be a gentle soul. This could be someone that is very in tune with their emotions. They know how to express themselves in the right situation, in the right circumstance. They know how to say things. It doesn't come out where they're saying too much. Someone that's very controlled, okay? With how they feel. So this could be the King of Cups that's shifting. This could be your energy as far as how you gave to situation that's shifting. So we talked about some energies from the past that you've had to separate from, whether that be a way of being, a way of seeing things, a way of doing things. All right. You had to balance something. You're more focused now on your security, on longevity, and coming into alignment with partnerships that are equally giving to you. You know that you've had to heal certain aspects of yourself. You know that you've had to be patient. You know that things take time and you're willing to wait, or you have been waiting. And then the season or period of waiting is shifting now, where there's forward movement. Okay. And the outcome is successful. I'm asking what's crowning the reading. We have Judgment. Again, divine guidance. Something was interrupted. Maybe something that was supposed to end, it's being brought to life, brought back to life. Something that you were nurturing or growing. Maybe you're going to actually come into the fullness of that with the Ten of Pentacles over here. Maybe it's something that you gave up on, you released. It could be making a full circle back around. Wow. Right, something that you released. Ooh, something that you leased. Also, maybe if you lease something, whether it be a vehicle, right, the Chariot could represent a vehicle. We have the Emperor. Something that you release. So if we're talking about you giving your power over to someone else based on your choices, based on how you interact or connected in relationships, based on you sacrificing your own happiness to make someone else happy, based on you not pursuing your own dreams, your own goals, based on you allowing others to manipulate your energy and causing you to operate like a puppet. This is you getting back into the seat of things, a seat or a position of control, having more dominance, governance. So you could be someone who is working for the government in some type of official position in the government, CIA for some, random, okay. But the point is your position and your seat of authority, your security is stable, it is secure, whereas perhaps it was not before, right? Something was not, there was a wall, there was a breach of security also. Something was released that was not supposed to be released. Wow. Something was released. Someone shared something. Okay, guys. Quick note, someone released or shared a file that was either confidential. They weren't supposed to have access to this. There we go. They weren't supposed to have access to this. It was like an injustice, okay? They weren't supposed to have it, but they got access to something and they've been looking for like maybe who released this, trying to put the pieces together, waiting for something to materialize. 7 of Pentacles, okay. Because that was random. Okay. Focal though, let's get back to the theme of the message, please. With the Emperor, taking back control of your love life, right? Or your heart, right? Where maybe someone wounded you, and because there was a lot of things that you had to manage, you know, maybe you weren't as open, you weren't as receptive to receive things into that space, okay? It seems as though you've worked on that, where you're going to be more vulnerable, okay? More vulnerable. I say that because this person is naked, okay? This person has opened up some, if not all the way. Not sexually. This is all spiritual. This is all emotional, okay? Where they're believing for something grander, something more, okay? This is watering your own garden. This is someone who is taking care of their own flower. I'm looking at the flowers on this card even, right? How this garden looks beautiful, that this person is investing in, that this person is growing. That could be you, okay? Internal work, okay, that you've done. And because you've done something, it looks like the universe with the Judgment card is either speaking something out into the ethers, announcing something, bringing something in. Where there was a door that was closed, the door is opened for you now. Where you had to once wait, anticipating if, whether, right, like looking, waiting for the next thing to fall, maybe. It didn't fall. And in fact, it increased. Okay? It increased. So that's 8 to the 9. This is the progression. Okay? 7, 8, 9 actually. And then you got the King of Cups. All right. So that's interesting. Where do we go from here? Where we go from here is maybe channeling some messages now, okay? All right, channeling some messages, okay, which can be scary sometimes when I'm doing this because the cards are very visual cue for me and it helps to paint a clearer picture. But I know that my guides are trying to help me to be more confident with my abilities, okay, with my intuition. So this could be where you're at. Learning how to trust yourself more. learning how to read in between the lines, even if the writing is not on the wall, even if the light bulb is not on, even if the signs are not flashing and the sirens are not going off, even in the stillness and the silence, you can still see and hear and know. So this is what you're discovering about your path, about yourself. And there's a lot to appreciate or value about who you are, and perhaps you didn't value yourself, and maybe you placed a lot of value or your importance in relationships, in connections with other people. And this could be what you're healing. And so going back to the aspect of love, and we talked about you being connected to either relationships, partnerships, or connections where you were given and your love language may have been distorted, overgiving, okay, pacifying, not speaking up, sacrificing yourself, yada, 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 right? This is tied to a message that I recorded earlier. You can go check that out. It's the one that will be posted right before this one, most likely. So basically, when you remove yourself, you start to see that, wow, you were the thread that was holding everything together all along. If you think about the spider and how intricate those weavings are to create that elaborate web, that those connections, you're going to realize that you are the thread. And the cobweb, they're strong. The webs can be very strong. Think about it. And I know as human beings, we can just brush our hands and it's gone, but they connect to you. Like, you can't just get them off of your hand, they'll stick to you. Okay, so there's the strength has a couple of components where, one, it catches its prey or it keeps things in, and also it sticks to you or clings to you. Okay, so these could have been attributes of yourself. Maybe someone felt trapped in a connection, in a relationship, and this was like strong ties or strong bonds, okay, is what I'm getting. Strong connections. And even when you try to separate with the moving of your hand, wiping that web away, it's like something, a residue was sticking to you. Someone was unwilling to let go or release you, perhaps, for some. And it could have just simply been that you were the one that was holding yourself back. You were, because if you were the web, okay, if you are the important aspect of a relationship, if you are the one recognizing your value, then you were the one that's standing in your own way for some. So you are the pillar in the relationship, the emperor energy. That is you reclaiming your position, your status, and your importance, knowing that you have more power than you think, than what you used to believe. You are more powerful than maybe people made you out to be or made you out to feel. Maybe you felt less important in these dynamics, and maybe it was the fact that you hid your power because you wanted to be covered, you wanted to be protected. And so if you showed your strength, then what, right? It would be you being seen as a threat, and anything and anyone that represents a threat is usually targeted and wiped out, right? Like, however that will look in your situation. So you dimmed your light to fit in, essentially. You dimmed your light to maintain that false connection. You dim your light so that you wouldn't get the extra attention that you would have gotten. And what would that attention have meant to you anyway? Why do we dim our light? Why is it that we dim our light? Why do we shy away from the very things that we are created to do or be? The very thing that we're created to be, why do we turn away from it? Can you give me a card regarding that, dimming the light, and the significance of that lesson that this person or whoever is learning, even myself, and thank you. Father God, radical truth. I'm going to read this one. But dimming your light is dimming your truth for sure. Not acknowledging your strengths, not standing in your strength. This is number 43. Something about your spirituality, your connection to God. The Spirit of God working in you, working through you. So notice the father figures are coming out. We got the Emperor, we got the Father of Earth, now we got Father God. Masculine energies coming out. Something about power, governance, status, official, provider, protector, security, stability. Maybe that's what was lacking in someone's life. And in an effort to create that, someone may have tried to partner themselves with others to find this thing that would give them a sense of security. However, the very thing you were seeking, it was always within yourself. It was never in that relationship. It was never in that person. It was never in that circumstance. It was an illusion. You were coming to the realization that, whoa, you are the protector. You are the provider. The Spirit of God does exist in you and through you. And you are your stability. Radical truth. That's interesting. This represents the energy of Jupiter, abundance, expansion, growth, even your fortune or your fate, okay? Something that may be fated. It could be a lesson that you had to learn also, like some type of initiation. So you may have been initiated into some type of truth or a belief. Let me see what this says. There may be dishonesty or confusion around you, but there is an old saying, the truth will out. I'll say that again. The truth will out. Or as the grandmas used to say, what's done in the dark will soon come to the light. So we talked about dimming your light. So anything that you dim, it's not that it's gone. It's still there, suppressed. It comes out in different circumstances. So it could have been that you were placed in various circumstances to help bring this out of you, whatever it was that you were suppressing. What do you believe to be true? This ancestral energy is focused on righting wrongs and doing the just thing, hence the Justice card. It is self-compassion to be truthful with yourself. It is courageous to be truthful with others. If you root yourself in the truth, you cannot fail. So this card represents the ruler of heaven and earth, the one that is above and the one that is below. And where do you fit in the grand scheme of things? In the middle? Perhaps. But you're connected to both, right? The shadow aspect of this says the path of ease is not always choosing the easy way out. You are not being truthful about something. This is a very dangerous game that you are playing. There is no such thing as a little white lie, come clean or risk everything. So I talked about the martyrdom syndrome where someone may have sacrificed themselves for the sake of money or love, primarily relationships, where they allow someone else's agenda to be the forefront of that connection. And it was to appease or people please for some, or to feel a sense of security. So you manipulate situations or circumstances because you want something. And in order to get that very thing, you have to hide your truth in a certain extent. Now, when this is done, it doesn't mean that you intentionally set out to do this, but subconsciously, perhaps that's what you were doing, or that's what many of us may have done. And it's going through that dark night of the soul to peel back the layers to see how those patterns of existence and train of thought led us to where we're at today, and healing those aspects of oneself, reclaiming our identity, reclaiming our truth, accepting who we are, and being more authentic in these connections, okay, where we are more powerful, okay? It's knowing our strength, knowing our power, knowing our value, knowing our worth, and not being ashamed of that or apologetic. Okay. Is there anything else I need to... Okay. One or two to wrap this up as far as the signs that this may be more significant. 2 or 4, please. 5th house. The power of love syncs with that first card of love that came out, and how you relate to others. This is about your relationships, how you give your love, how you receive love. What do you risk? How much risk do you take in relationships and partnerships? This could be someone that bargains. You know, I mentioned drawing craps, and there's the dice. Okay, so risking something. Someone may be at a point where they are willing to risk it all for the sake of love. I don't know. Maybe you've done that before and ended up with less than, and maybe that was a challenge for you to risk something again, but it seems as though you're ready. Okay. 2nd house, because now you understand what you believe about love, and you understand how to place people and places and things in their right, let's say, compartment, or you are assigning the proper value system to something. All right, you know what's important to you. You don't have to wait anymore, because you've healed something within that correlates to your 5th house and your 2nd house. 5th house is, oh gosh, Leo, right? Leo, all about love, right? And 2nd house is Taurus, your comfort, those things that are close to you, right? Yeah, Taurus. I could be I could be wrong with that. So earth and fire is out here. Any other signs that we need to look at real quick before we close the message out? Any other signs? We have the 11th house. So the natal charts may be significant, speaking to you right now. If you haven't done that, you can go on one of those websites and pull your natal chart and see how these messages correlates with you more based on the placements of these planets or houses in relations to your zodiac sign. And so children may be significant for some with this Leo card or 5th house as well. The future, do for the future, humanity's sake. So it's your circle of friends. So everything you're doing now is going to benefit a larger scale or a larger situation or group. This is Aquarius energy. So you could be an Aquarius. Or someone connected to you could be an Aquarius. And then we have Aries, last card out. Aries, 1st house. So from beginning, we don't have the ending here, but it's definitely speaking about Cancerian energy. Your 4th house, your home, again, something that is going to make you feel very stable, very secure, very rooted and grounded. And you've had to look at your past in order to reclaim something from the past. Okay, so reclaiming something from the past, maybe that will be the message or the Judgment card, open up the graves for something to be rebirthed or come back into your world that means like the world to you. It's a very important thing, whatever this thing is. Okay. Hope that makes sense. If it has, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys, and to subscribe. I love you.